Okay, so I kind of found this cool thing too. You can do it basically with any graphic that you make. Just make sure if you make like a really complicated illustration, say you made like a custom dog that you really like, it's got like lots of elements to it, make a copy of it. Definitely make a copy of it and put it out into the gray area before you go through this process. So I'm going to show you this neat little trick that I just came across actually. I'm not going to make a custom design or anything like that, a custom illustration necessarily, but you can create bars out of whatever graphic you want, basically. So you can make it yourself, or you can find an icon. You can use a symbol in Illustrator. So Illustrator does have, if you go to the help menu and look for symbols, get help on symbols. Let's see, where's it at? Here we go. It's under window, symbols. So window, symbols. This will bring up the symbols panel, which looks like, I believe it looks like a kind of like a club of heart. I don't know what that is, but anyway, you can go to the library here and we can look at hair and fur, flowers, so I'm going to go into fashion and I'm going to drag out a boot. But there's a lot to choose from here in the symbols panel here, but I'm going to close this out. So actually that added the symbol, the boot, into my symbols default panel here, but there's some that are already preloaded. So let's say I want to use this as my bar chart. So I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So if we select that symbol on our artboard, go to Object, Graph, Design, we can actually create a new design with this, and then we can rename it boot, graph, or column design. Maybe something like that, you know, or if you had a cat, it would be cat column design, because we're going to use this for our column. Go ahead and push OK. And then let's select our graph itself with the black arrow. Object, graph. If you have any trouble, just click off again, make sure everything's deselected, retry, and then go to Object, Graph, and then go to Column. And then we can go to the boot design that's in the list, and then push OK, and it will create cool little boots for us. Now, it might not be the best thing to use for a stacked bar chart because all of the values are the same. So it might not be the best, but you could maybe just change the background, maybe the background color on this, or I don't know. That's not really going to work, is it, for a stacked bar chart? But if you just used it on a regular bar chart like this, this would actually be kind of possibly a really cute thing to use. There might be something better than the this type to use. I mean, we could also, let's see, let's redo this. Let's go to Object, Graph, Column, and we could change this to uniformly scaled, repeating, sliding. So there's some different options in here. Rotate, legend design. So let's see. So you can, you know, if you repeat it, you can, you know, customize that a little bit. Sliding. So there's some options in here that you might want to experiment with, but just like kind of a cool illustrative way of getting some more icons into your design, or a little bit more fun into your design. You could still potentially put like background colors on these. You would just have to arrange, send to back, and put those colors behind potentially to get them to work on a stacked bar graph. And you could still have your icons in there, but you could just change. You'd have to add back in the background potentially on some of these, but still kind of a neat little option to explore.